on site. On site, and that's one thing that I can say is, out of all the unions that I've seen, the iron workers is probably for brotherhood wise, probably the strongest, hands down. They might not be the highest paid, but when it comes to their unity, their solidarity, it's unmatched. And I mean, they're even protective over their apprentices. They won't let no other trade yell at their apprentice like they do. And not only that, they're like, hey man, I know we're rough on you, but the thing is, we got a love that for you that these people don't have for you. And probably the baddest iron working company that I worked with was Coastal Steel. And these are all a bunch of country white boys, man, that they only had 2 Samoans and 1 black dude work for them. Had much love for us,
That's the part I was waiting to hear. I was waiting to hear that part.
Yeah.
You walk in places like that, you might be a little scared, but they take you.
Yeah, I mean, and probably for pan decking, they had the baddest Cambodian guy throw some pan decking down. I mean, the only guy that I seen throw 36 foot of pan decking down, did a whole bundle by himself, and he did 18 bundles before coffee time.
Damn.
And dude was moving all by himself.
Man.
What's pan decking?
Pan decking is it's the corrugated roofing that goes on top of the roof when you have your joist, your girder that holds the joists. It could be made of wood or
steel, like
steel,
like that. I know what you're talking about.
like this. Okay. And then it has a little lip where it connects to. And the little Cambodian dude, Cham, he was probably the baddest decker in the trade up and down the West Coast. I mean, his name is known from California all the way to Alaska. And like I said, your name is everything in the trade. Any other questions?
Are you ready to retire, or are you keeping it going?
No, being that I got into the trade late, or I started to live right late. I'll be 50 this September, but I figure I have about another 16 years of working in me. So, and with the way that the economy is going right, well, not economy, the way our contract is set up, we're dialed in pretty good financially. So, and that's one thing that I look for in the trades is what can a union or a craft offer me, in the long run. I mean, one thing that I look for is what they can pay me on my check. 2 is what other benefits come. Like when people say, oh man, I put into my medical, my dental and vision, that's not a benefit if you had to put into it. My employer pays for my medical, dental and vision. And not only that, but my retirement, if I do a 401k, I can put in the max until I reach 20,000 that year, or I can put in a certain amount and then my company will match it, up to its max.
When you wake up in the morning, are you excited for work?
Hell yeah, man. I mean, I slap on my tunes, my get money music.
Yeah.
So by the time I get out the car, woo! Yeah, because the thing is, like, I stay fired up. I mean, and what's so crazy is the GC had asked me, he says, hey man, what are you on when you get here? Bro, I'm on life.
Be natural.
I'm on cruise control, man.
Yeah.
I said, this is me. I said, I see life differently from you. Because when you're staring out, I mean, from a big yard, everybody says, well, you get the sun, you get the air. And I said, but you don't understand. all of that's filtered. They gotta pass through a chain link fence to get to me. And so for 24 years, I was doing that. I'm looking at life pass me by. And also when I hit the bricks, I'm like, man, I'm off to the races, man. I gotta get this money. I mean, I've been put on the shelf for so long that, you know, people forgot about me. That's good. You know, I just wanna exist, make money, and be the best I can be. And outside of that, I spend my free time helping her campaign, my wife's campaign.
I got a question here. I was gonna wait till after class to ask you, but okay. You went to prison for what?
Murder,
In what degree?
first.
All right. I got two brothers right now. They got murdered too. How do you think I should like support them? What is the best way I could support them?
Well, I mean, contact from the free world is always great. A letter here and there, but also let them know, man, it's not over. And all, like, you know, I have a homeboy that's still doing time right now. He's doing life without, and all. And this is one thing that I told him, man. I said the gun's never empty, man. We always got a bullet, man, to shoot. And all. So give them hope, man. Let them know, like, what trade are you going into?
Carpentry.
Carpentry, man. They're always hiring, man. But what sucked about me when I was trying to be a carpenter was the guy said, man, you was locked up for murder, man. What if you get angry and decide to kill somebody? And I said, I can respect that, man. But the thing is, you're gonna have to make a way for him in the trade.
Yeah,
Be like, hey, man, don't worry about him. Let him be my apprentice. And then you gotta teach him the ways from there, man. And not only that, man, a visit here and there, I mean, always does the soul good, man, to see a friendly face or a familiar face. And all, because when I got out, people that were my homeboys, man, from way back when they see me, hey, man, when you gonna come by the hood? I said, when was you gonna come see me?
Facts.
And I said, when was you gonna put $100 on my books? I'm still waiting for that $100 you was gonna send to me back in 1995.
What year did you get out?
I got out in 2016. And the thing is, and just so you know, after doing a period of maybe 5 or more years, the first 3 years of release are the most important, man. So getting them dialed in with structure, that's gonna be important. And like, because they already have structure, but when you remove that structure, idle hands are the devil's tools. Idle mind is the devil's playground. So, I mean, they gotta stay ready so they don't have to get ready. And in this case, or in your case, you're gonna have to help them stay ready. And the thing is, this is how we teach one, for each one. You know, for each one, teach one.
Yeah.
And or you may have to teach two.
Yeah.
And but the thing is, it's gonna be well worth it. And you have to be straight up with them. Hey, man, I'm gonna invest my time into you to help you get a career. Because the thing is, we don't want jobs, we want a career. Jobs is just over broke. That's what a job means.
Really?
You want a career, something with longevity. So when, like people say, oh man, carpenters are overrated. I say, no, they're underrated. Because the thing is, there's a lot of things that I can't do around the house that for my wife, that a carpenter can do. And I mean, hell, I can outplumb any carpenter every day.
Yeah.
But when it comes to building a deck or building a catio for her cats to play in,
Yeah.
man, I'm like, man, I'm better off going to Home Depot.
I'll make the running by the steps.
Yeah.
But you gotta build it.
But the thing is, and that's one thing within the trades, man. I mean, we trade work. You know, that's payment. Like, hey, man, what you need done at your house, man, with plumbing? Oh, man, I need a tub in and a sink and a toilet. Cool, I need a deck put on my back. Let's trade work. And see, and not only that, but for beginning apprentices, that's a good way to learn,
Mhm.
you know, as you trade work. You know, I mean, one of the things that I did, for one of my homeboys was, change out his, supply line. It was a broke supply line from the meter to the house, fixed it. And he was like, well, what's it gonna cost me? I'm like, man, give me an apple, a bottle of water, slap me on my ass, tell me I did good. Yeah, but this is how you also network, but also the homeboy that I did that for was a guy that I did prison time with, man. He got out of prison and now he owns 2 sandwich shops, one in Tacoma, one in Seattle.
Nah.
So, I mean, he's making.
You got free sandwiches for life for that meter.
But the thing is, and like I said, it's all about, networking too, because, I mean, through him, I could get more action at plumbing stuff. But I turned down a lot of the work that he offers me because they require a journeyman plumber with a license. And especially when it comes to natural gas stuff, I can do it, but, it has to also be tested.
You haven't had a journeyman yet?
No, I got 1 more year.
Okay.
About this time next year, I should have my license
Yeah.
for certification.
When's your birthday in September?
22.
Mine's on the 18th.
See, that's what I'm saying, man. We're all connected, man. I mean, and the thing is, we gotta look out for one another, man. That's the most important thing, man. I mean, even if I see my man on another job site, if I see injustice going on with him and you know, his journeyman's just yelling at him, pull his journeyman onto the side and say, hey, man, these are our brothers. You wanna keep them or chase them away. Because attitude is everything, man. Go in with the right mind frame. You could bring the energy and change the whole atmosphere of a job site, man. Where people see you, they're like, oh man, my man bring the energy. And that carpenter, I need him.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But outside of that, this is me in a nutshell. Very simple guy, and all I want to do is just live life and help her become successful in her campaign.
Well, hey, so, shoot, man. I need to know a name, cause when I vote, I got you.
I give you my card.
I got you on the strength of the things you talk about, your husband and ex-felon, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that's where I come from. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, and just say something though. For a person to even try to fix the problem within our poverty communities, take somebody that's been there. For somebody to make these laws, it takes for them to have been there to really know what that other side's like, to even pass judgment upon somebody that ain't been there. You know, because hey, all they know is, oh, you did this, lock them up. They don't know about the mental health side. They don't know about what happened. You know what I'm saying? You know, when she speak about this mental health stuff, I got problems too. Hey, I've been to the nut house. You know what I'm saying? I've been in that cell. You know, I've been in that hole. You know what I'm saying? I know what that big yard like. You know, but that's nothing to brag about. That's nothing. You know, that's here or there. But it's what I learned. You see what I'm saying? You know, and all these youngsters in here, I'm proud of them all, because you know what? Hey, I'm 40 doing this when I should have been doing it at their age.
Well, had I known it was gonna be this easy to be good, I'd have been successful a
Come
long
on,
time ago.
hey, I would have been on the street corner, man.
Yeah.
Look, man, because right now, these numbers is what move me.
Yeah.
I wanna make over 100,000, over 100K a year.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And there's, hey, don't get it wrong, you can do it in the streets, but it ain't easy like it was in the late 90s and early 2000s. Believe that.
I mean, but the thing is,
But
I mean, with that life, you don't get a pension.
No, you
don't
don't.
get a vacation.
You don't.
Yeah.
You don't.
There's so much risk for the little
I mean,
reward.
it's like state-ish, you either get
No,
down or
no.
lay down.
That's it, right
Hey,
there.
And the thing is,
Any given moment, it could all be taken from you.
yeah, and the thing is, this money that we get with our hands, I mean, dirty hands, clean money.
Boom.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, there ain't no other way for me to get it. You know, I mean, when I see my homeboys and they was talking about getting the stone rolling again, my knees were shaking. I was scared. For the first time in my life, I was like, man, they're talking about doing wrong and I'm scared.
Gotta go. Gotta go.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, I wish you the best in your endeavors, man. But I gotta go to work at 3 o'clock.
Facts.
And it's all about priorities and doing what's right, man. Because if your gut, when they tell you about your gut instinct, that's always right.
Boom.
Even if it's wrong, you know, out in the open, people might say, oh no, man, we can do this. And your gut's telling you it's wrong, follow it. You know, your gut's a better decision maker than your brain is. You know, because it don't need to rationalize. I mean, I'm not that much of a spiritual person, but if there's any spidey senses that God gave you, it's your gut instinct.
Right.
You know.
Your gut is your second brain.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, you got a lot of knowledge you can share as well. You know, but outside of that, this is me, the plumber me.
Like,
And I live to get this bread every day, man. And get it the right way. If there's anything else?
Do you accept helpers?
Oh, the union, yeah, they hire helpers. Depending on your familiarity of the job site will determine whether you come in as a utility worker or a helper. All a utility worker is